Hey everyone, it's Will, GamerDad, with another video for you. So in today's video, we're going to do our very first run of the Wyrmking's domain. And of course, this is only unlocked after Chapter 3 of the Wryz Saga 3. So let's just take a look here and see what we come across. Obviously, there's going to be materials used to, upgrade weapons. And of course, you do have to get those sparkly things in order to, maximize your point gathering. Again, just like before, these are weak to various elements. I imagine that I won't need anything too powerful to end this one. However, one thing I did forget is that I do have my Aisha equipped here with multiple lesser encountered down. So I don't recommend that for future runs. I'm just going to speed through this one for the sake of the video, only because I did not equip the right things. I would normally equip 3 encounter ups. Also, don't forget that these mobs are going to be the same as one you encounter outside. This will be a lot easier to farm the materials you need. And not only that, but you can get your milestones of 20 and 100 here as well. Again, I'll just kill one more here just to see if there's anything here. But yes, you do get the same thing, up to 5 encounters with enemies. And like I said, the extra encounter downs really do make it quite annoying for this one. So I will just kind of do a couple of each encounter instead of doing all 5. Actually, you know what? Even though I'm wasting a little bit of time, and I do apologize for wasting your time as well, I always do like to have all 5 done. The reason why is, let's be honest, we're trying to get as many materials as possible, as quickly as possible. Each and every run probably does make a difference in that sense. I will also say having level 70 enemies versus level 140 or 150 in the master level is quite enjoyable as well. Things are a lot more simple, and your full team of level 80s, or in some cases your SA level 100s, should be more than capable to the task. You will need different elements. Remember that the different hordes are vulnerable to or weak to fire or earth. And there was one weak to water as well. Having an Aisha would probably be very useful for the fire-water thing. However, I mean, you do want Wryz in here as well, because she does get extra points on her light from finishing. Same thing as before, we're only running the red key version, which will be a 1 in 5 chance of doing so. Okay, finally killed all 5. Moving on. So let me know in the comments below what kind of team you decided to bring to this dungeon and whether or not it's effective. In terms of number of treasure chests, so far all I saw is 2 in the first one. I'm imagining this is 1 and then finally 3. Okay, and this one's weak to water, but we really don't have to worry. In terms of the status, what it gave us is that this one, resentment, not a big deal. I mean, we're going to one-shot this anyways. And for those who are newer, remember that having the SA Suzette really helps a lot with applying pain and poison. Of course, we do have AS Chio also applying it with the preemptive Horai Jewel. However, if you really didn't need to do that, say you had an all-physical team and you don't have any mental focus required with Horai Jewel, then you probably could walk by with any number of teams. Looking for more treasure chests, which you can clearly see here. I'm actually surprised that most of the mobs are only mobs of 2 instead of 3. Not only is that a little bit harder to get experience with, which obviously this is not the most efficient way of getting experience anyways. However, it's something to comment on nonetheless. Okay, I don't think I missed any chests. And like I said, the encounters are few and far between only because of the Aisha. As my default setting on my overworld team, it always has minus encounters, especially if you finish the dungeon enough times. Like with the second Wryz Saga dungeon, I had finished it enough times that I actually skipped most of the fights, because you have enough materials to get all, 4 sets of all the gear you want, especially armor. And each of the 3 dungeons, just similar to the Clark dungeons does have different materials, and therefore you do need to grind out the ones appropriate or most effective for your team. I did like the first one that gave extra MP at the expense of defense, at least from the Wryz Saga 1 dungeon. That's very useful for enhancing your mental and singular focus. So again, I do apologize for the longer run back and forth here. Having all those encountered downs is very effective. However, not in this situation like this where you're trying to kill as many as you can. And of course, these horrors also don't contain those dark tier ingredients that you need for upgrading those dragon tier armor and weapons. On another note, who is excited for the new side episode with Helena and Galliard? I certainly am. We'll have to see how the banner treats everyone, of course. Alright, 5 done. And again, Astral Archive, which is linked to the SA version of Wryz, has to be done as well. I'll circle back later. Let's kill off this horror. And again, this one will be weak to Earth. Not really much to worry about. Again, with the level 70s, any kind of combo will end it. And that also does show you that you need to kill off each of these horrors, because they are different horrors in each of the 3 zones in the dungeon. So don't skimp out, especially with both the rewards and the materials, as well as the Astral Archive. And don't forget to read and follow the directions for those Astral Archive to unlock. I haven't even looked at the Astral Archive, which was unlocked after completing the Wryz Saga 3. After all, I just been honestly just grinding as quickly as I can in preparation for the newest update and things like that. So apologize for not having all the information in front of me. Usually I actually look at it after I kind of complete all my basic tasks. And so in this case, you can clearly see that, if you're just doing your normal exploration and your normal, killing, you're going to have everything done really, really quickly anyways. And the Astral Archive will almost fall into place for sure. I'm sure part of the requirements are having Wryz in the team. And so, that works out really well. I don't have Iridian on this team, so that might be a downside, but I'll check after this dungeon is over. Another group of 2 instead of 3. That makes the material gathering a lot harder. Not only that, you get less of those dark whatever currency that you need to finish off the maximum rewards. So there's that as well. See? What a scam. Certainly, I think this is the first dungeon where I had so many 2 mob encounters versus 3 mob encounters. And we have probably just 1 more fight left. There should be 5 total in each of the 3 areas. I imagine just like the other 2 dungeons, you'll have the chance of getting rare rooms, which will have the chance of the chant script as well. Although nowadays, chant scripts are relatively easy to come by, and certainly not the bottleneck that they used to be in comparison to the all-new star chart system. Alright, so we're finally here. Hopefully not too difficult. I'm going to try a non-AF and see if I can even get it done. Okay. Oh, sweet. You get some damage and a heal. Just like in the final fight. Okay, let's see if 1 hit is enough. Oh, 90 hit barrier. Not good. Okay. I think... Oh, hey! Actually went through. That's nice. And... Okay. Really? 2 phases still? This is certainly different than what I was expecting. Oh, good. It just hits you twice. So, you can clearly see I didn't do any debuffs on the enemy. One shot was enough, and yeah, that's great. I was actually quite worried there that this would be a difficult final boss to a dungeon, which should really just be a simple, clean, straightforward clear. Alright. So that's pretty much done. And you can check out the Astral Archive since we're here anyways. And then just a few more here. Most of them were from No Conditions, so the horrors, and I already had Wryz to done, and the pledges is clear with Wryz in the party, so makes sense. I don't know why I haven't completed the Wryz Saga, and of course those other things which I will do later on. Alright, and of course you do get rewards in your inbox which you can claim. You get things like high class scrolls, and of course Toronto stones which you can add up. And if you're wondering about the whole rewards, you can go to the records and you can see the episodes, and this will give you the entire list of the rewards that you are entitled to. So right there, maximum of 61,500 points, just like the other two. Alright, that's pretty much it. I think you've seen this team before, but I'll just show you the standard moves and Grasta. Have not changed anything. I'm very, very lazy nowadays, and honestly, we want to have a relatively low maintenance of our regular dungeon clearers, only customizing our Grasta and such during major boss fights. My tried and true. For those who haven't noticed, I finally leveled up Suzette to level 100. That was very, very nice. Not much of anything. So she has all the encounter up, and that is offset by all the encounter downs. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.